right, so I was logging on to Facebook and checking my accounts. Every once in a while I go through my sales and just kind of see like, like the little sale tab on Facebook where you can see like all your payments, how much is due to you, like how much is pending in your account to be sent to your bank account. And I usually check it like once, maybe twice a week, just to kind of see if anything sticks out to me and kind of see what my pending balance is, right? And I noticed something that was a little bit alarming, and it was like all of a sudden I had a bunch of refunds, like not back to back, but let's say hypothetically on a bunch of recent orders out of like as I was scrolling a little bit, out of like 30 orders, there was like 10 of them that were like red, like they'd been refunded. So I was like, what's going on here? I was a little bit worried about it, so I looked into it, right? Now, it doesn't seem like it's too prevalent in like all of my account, but it does seem like it's happening more and more frequently, at least on my account. So this video is important, and I would make sure after you watch this to go back into your own sales, check your recent orders, and make sure that Facebook is not refunding all your orders without asking you, right? So for example, one of the things that happened to me in the past was I think I sold a drop shipped I think it was an RTIC like cooler, right? Like a mini cooler or whatever. It was like, I bought it on Amazon, I think, or Walmart or Home Depot or one of those original retailers. This was like 2-3 months ago. And the person never shipped it out, or like the website like didn't ship it out on time. And so I ended up just kind of prolonging like, oh, it's on its way, and giving them OA Genius tracking numbers. Well, long story short, obviously the item didn't come anytime close to the expected delivery date and still hadn't even shipped out. So I ended up, losing a case because that buyer claimed a case. But in that specific case, like Facebook notified me, let me know that there was a case against me to present my information, et cetera, right? Which is normal. Like that's what would happen on Amazon. That's what would happen on eBay. That's what would happen like on any other marketplace, right? So that's not that out of the ordinary and not alarming at all, because you at least are getting notified that like, hey, this customer has requested a refund. This is the reason why, and a chance to present your side of the story, right? But checking this morning, it does not seem like Facebook is giving you a chance to give your side of the story, or even letting you know that your customers are being refunded simply because they're being asked for it, right? And this is something I've talked about before, but like didn't really seem like it was a big deal. It just seemed like every once in a while, like a customer would request that like your product didn't show up on time or whatever, like it was not the product they ordered, and like I knew it was happening here and there, and it wasn't like that big of a deal, but like it was only happening sporadically. Now it seems to be happening more, okay? I'm not sure if it's just a coincidence, which I doubt that it is, or if that, customers, just like the Amazon customer, has become more savvy, right? Almost like Facebook Marketplace buyers are becoming more savvy and realizing that they can just do this, right? So it seems like Facebook is just preemptively refunding your customers, or at least my customers, not asking me for my side of the story, not even letting me know that they're refunding them. And this is alarming because like, for somebody that like scales a big business, it's obviously alarming because you're going to be losing like hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that like you're not even aware is being taken out of your profit, right? So like if you're keeping a detailed spreadsheet, or you are, very organized in your business, and you say like, oh, I made $3,000 this month, or oh, I made like $7,000 this month on Facebook dropshipping, but you're unaware that like $1,500 of that money was refunded to customers, and realistically, maybe you only made $1,500 instead of $3,000, right? Or maybe you only made like $5,000 instead of $7,000. That's a big discrepancy that you're not even aware of, okay? It's not like something that you can track like, hey, Facebook has refunded X amount of these things. They're doing this without even letting you know, okay? And so I wanted to touch on this morning, I guess it's the afternoon. I was pretty busy this morning, doing a bunch of stuff. But I wanted to touch on this. I don't really have any answers. I'm currently looking into this. I did reach out to support, and this is the answer that I got back on about 10 of the cases, because I just dropped cases on every single one of them. It was like, why is Facebook refunding my customers like without even notifying me? And this was the template answer that I got. Let me read it to you. I'll also pop it up on the screen. They sent me this response every single time. Thanks for contacting us. We've issued the buyer a full refund for the item because the order, and then obviously they list the order number, arrived damaged or different than described on the listing and is covered by a purchase protection policy. To learn more about blah, 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 it says you will still be paid for this order. I can see that a payout for order blank was initiated to your bank account on blah, blah, blah. So In this case, they're saying that they're letting us keep the money and that we were paid for it. Although if the buyer is claiming that the item arrived damaged, like I doubt Facebook's taking the hit on all of those. And actually looking through my credit card statements, like recently, I did see something that I noticed that was like PayPal collections or something for like 40 some bucks, and I was like, what is that? Like, this happened like a couple days ago, and so I need to go back and look through all of my accounts again to make sure that like Facebook is not just deducting that from my account, right? They said that I was paid. Maybe I was paid, I probably was, but then they probably took that out of my pending balance, which is exactly why, because I've seen this like commented on a number of other channels and like on a number of other like live Q&As. It's like some people are reporting negative pending balances, probably because Facebook is taking that money back and you're not even aware that they're doing it, okay? So key message here is just check your account, go into your sales, make sure that this is not happening to you. I wanted to bring this to the forefront today because it seems like it's a big issue that I wasn't even aware of until this morning. Like I knew it was happening, but I didn't know it was happening on this massive a scale. So it's not that big of a deal. Let's say like hypothetically last month, I think, I forget what it was, like maybe $4,000 or $4,500 or whatever I said in the last profit report. I really don't even remember. I just do the dropshipping business like as a whole. I don't break it apart as like Amazon and Facebook Marketplace on my whiteboard where I keep track of all that stuff. I do have detailed spreadsheets. You can go back to the last video I dropped on like what I made on Amazon dropshipping, what I made on Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. It was in between like 3 and 4-ish, something like that last month profit. It was down a lot. So let's say hypothetically I made $4,000 profit last month. Maybe I only made $3,500 profit, or maybe I only made $3,200 profit because Facebook refunded about $500 or $800 worth of my items, if not more, right? So I got to look back at all that. Just wanted to bring it to the forefront and let you guys know. Go to your obviously your marketplace, check your profile, check your sales tab, and then go back down like where it shows all your sales and all the numbers that you were paid out for those sales or that you collected, and make sure that there's not a massive trend of like red numbers being refunded, okay? So I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you appreciate the value in it. Let me know, comment down below if this is happening to you, or if it is, then obviously what's been your experience? Have you solved it? Have you even noticed it? Or you're just hearing about this for the first time, all right? And I'll see you in the next one.